Good morning, friends. Michele Peterson here. Grab your cup of coffee. It is time for Coffee Chat with Michele. Mornings with Michele. Now, I know it may not be morning where you are, but grab your coffee, have yourself a coffee break, and settle in because today we are discussing this idea of the elevator pitch or the elevator speech. And you guys, I just do not like either one of those terms. I know they are so widely used and we get it. I get it. And, they came about because the idea was, how do you talk about what you do in the amount of time that it takes you to ride in an elevator with somebody? First of all, if you're not riding in an elevator with people, it just really it's not very relevant, right? But also what I really don't like about them is this idea of a speech, right? How many people are just excited to give another speech, right? Or a pitch, how salesy is that, right? And honestly, I do believe that this idea of this introduction, I like to call it more the engaging what I do statement or conversation starter, because really, shouldn't it be a conversation with somebody? It should not be a sales pitch. It should not be a speech, right? It should be the start of a conversation. And so I think that when we label it the speech or the pitch, I think that we subconsciously believe that, right? We think that that's what it is. And I just so disagree with that. I do not think that it should be a speech. I do not think that it should be a pitch. I think that it should be a conversation starter. So here's what I mean by that. Some of you know me as a copywriter. So what I do, conversation starter, because really what is it? It's answering the question, what do you do? Right? So answer that question, but let it be part of a conversation. So when I'm introducing myself as a writer, I will say something along the lines of, hi, my name's Michele. And so what do you do? Well, what I do is I'm a professional writer and I help companies put their messages into words that make their audience, their target people, their prospects, their clients take action, that make them buy more of their stuff, which then makes them more money. Now that's a long drawn out one. I normally make that a little bit more succinct, but you get what I'm saying, right? And it should feel like it's not just a rehearsed thing that you just rattle off. It should feel like a conversation. Now, some of you may know me as a beauty consultant. And when I'm introducing myself in those situations, I say, so I'm a beauty consultant and I help women and men take care of their skin so that they have the confidence of knowing and feeling like they look their best. Okay? Now, some of you may know me as a course creator who helps women who are working from home. Now, in that case, I would say something along the lines of, I help women have the confidence, the productivity, and the ability to stay connected while working at home so that they are so successful that they never have to go back to the 8 to 5 office job ever again if they don't want to. So you see how each of those situations, it's very conversational. It does not sound like I hope it doesn't sound like I'm trying to sell you something, right? It's just telling you who I am and who I help, who I serve, right? And hopefully it makes you think, oh, well, cool. So tell me more. Or how do you do that, right? So it really is, if you can change that mindset, it makes that opportunity to introduce yourself so much more powerful in making a connection with somebody, right? Because a speech, you're just kind of talking, right? A pitch, you're selling somebody. A conversation starter, or even just a what I do statement, it is answering that question of, hey, what do you do? But in such a way that it starts a conversation. The conversation then leads to being connected. Being connected then leads to a relationship. And the relationship is where the magic happens, and that person becomes either a potential client down the road. Maybe they can refer you to another person down the road. But it is all about the connection and then the relationship. I hope that I have convinced you to at least consider this idea of introducing yourself using more of the what I do, the answering of, hey, what do you do? Rather than it being a speech or a pitch. Okay? So try it out for yourself. Jot down some different phrases and try them out, say them out loud, and see which ones resonate with you. What I used to do is I used to have several things in the notes of my phone so that if I were, when I was coming up to like a networking event or someplace where I was going to be meeting some people, I would look at my phone. I would remind myself of, hey, these are the phrases that I had already kind of rehearsed. And so that I would not be like drawing a blank or stumbling over my words. But you guys, if you are stumbling over your words, it is okay, because it makes you real. It makes you in the moment, and it makes you seem like you're not just this rehearsed robot, this rehearsed, polished salesperson. Because let's face it, you need to be you. Now, if you are polished and rehearsed and it rolls off your tongue and it sounds great, more power to you. Don't try to dim your light just because you are brilliant, right? If you are brilliant and and it works for you, keep doing it. Okay? I am not saying to stumble over your words on purpose. By no means. All I'm saying is give yourself grace. If one time you stumble over your words, laugh it off. Laugh at yourself. It will, let me tell you, I have done this. Ask me how I know, right? Because when you can just take a breath and laugh at yourself and say, oh my gosh, I'm just stumbling over my words today. What I mean to say is, it just relaxes everybody. It just puts everybody at ease. It makes you more relatable. It makes you more real, more human. It makes you, just relate on the same level, because let me tell you, everybody has done that. Everybody has felt that. So it just puts you on the same level with everybody else. So don't fret it, right? Just embrace it. Say, you're not going to be perfect all the time. It is okay. And when you think about it more of just this conversation starter, it makes it, I hope it will also put you more at ease and put less pressure on yourself, right? Because it doesn't have to be a perfectly delivered speech. It doesn't have to be this sales pitch, if it's just the beginning of a conversation. I hope that has helped. I hope that you'll finish your coffee this morning, this afternoon, whenever it is that you're watching, and jot down a few ideas of how you could introduce yourself in a way that is more conversational, that is not a sales pitch, that's not a speech. And I would love to hear them. So if you would like, just drop me a comment below and just in writing, tell me how you introduce yourself. In writing, tell me your what I do statement, okay? And remember, I actually like to call it the engaging what I do statement. Why? Because it should be engaging. Remember, it's not just about you. It is about you and the person that you're talking to. So and here's another thing, as you get more comfortable, If you can tailor your what I do statement to somehow incorporate the person that you're introducing yourself to, kudos to you. That is even more powerful. That is next level. So I hope that you can do that as well when you're ready. All right, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this gets your Monday, your week off to a great start. And I will see you again next time. Remember to put those what I do statements in the comments for me. I'd love to see them. And if you have found this helpful, please do share, because I would love to help even more people. And I only can reach more people when you help me, when you share. So I appreciate you so much for spending time with me. I appreciate you for being a small part or a big part, depending on who you are, a part of my life and my journey. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.